Okie dokie. Here we go. So we've talked about different forms of equations. We graphed with the standard form. We've graphed with the slope-intercept form. Sometimes we want to be able to change from standard form to slope-intercept form. Certainly it's easier to put an equation into our calculator if it's in slope-intercept form. So we want to know how to do that, how to manipulate the equations, see if they're equivalent. So when we're talking about slope-intercept equation, we're talking about y equals mx plus b. So what we need to do is we need to get the y, this one right here, all by itself, okay? And then we'll have it there. If that made any sense, but so this basic thing is we're just solving an equation for y, so we need to get rid of anything that's not y, okay? So we start with, like we did when we're solving an equation, get rid of anything with addition and subtraction first of all. So we'll subtract 3x from both sides. Subtract 3x from both sides. And that's gone, that's 0. And so we're just left with 2y equals, and we can't subtract 3x from 6, so we just keep them as separate terms because they're not alike, so we can't somehow turn them into something that they're not. So it's just, collecting up some terms. We got negative 3x plus 6. Okay, so we're down to what 2y is, and we don't care what 2y is, we want to know what y is, so we divide by 2. And if we divide that side by 2, we've got to divide everything on this side by 2. Just to be fair, that's the way it all works out. It's called balancing the equations. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we just have y. And on this side, negative 3 divided by 2 is just negative 3 halves, x, plus, what's 6 divided by 2? Why, it's 3. So now we have the equivalent equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, you might have the desire to turn this into negative 1.5. Remember, we keep slopes as fractions because it makes it easier to do the rise and the run thing when we actually have to graph it. Okay, and as a quick reminder, if we wanted to graph that thing, we'd begin with the 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it's a negative slope, so we'd go down 3 and over 1, 2, got 2 points, make the line, label it, that sort of thing. Okay, that's why we want to change over. So same story. Want to get y all by itself. This y right here wants to be all by itself. So the only thing hanging around with it is that positive 5x. So we subtract 5x from both sides. We're left with negative 3y equals negative 5x plus 15. Next, we're going to divide by negative 3. In this case, divide everything by negative 3. And those are gone. Y equals the negative 5 divided by negative 3 is just 5/3 positive, right? 5/3. Positive 15 divided by negative 3 is negative 5. We have written our equation in slope-intercept form, and that, I think, is straightforward. It's just like solving an equation. The only thing we're doing is we're solving for y. Okay, let's try another one. Negative 2x plus 4y equals 16. So here we've got a negative 2x. So to get rid of a negative 2x, we add 2x. Right? Okay. Negative 2x plus 2x, that's gone. That's 0, so we don't bother with that. All we're left with here is 4y. Again, can't combine things that aren't the same. So we end up with that. 2x plus 16. Divide everything by 4. Divide everything by 4. Divide everything by 4. I know it might take longer to do it this way. Some people like to just, do the single line, but this way it's clear that we're dividing everything by 4. 2/4, that's the same as a half, right? So let's write it that way. If you wanted 2/4, it still would be okay. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And we have an equation, slope-intercept form. Pop it on the calculator, whatever you need to do. All right, then. So I think maybe this might be the last one. Yeah, it is the last one. Should I leave it for you to do, or should we do it together? All right, well, I heard you, so we'll try this one together. And if you want to do it yourself, then pause, come back, okay? Check the work. That'd be a good strategy, too. We're going to subtract 3x from both sides. Subtract 3x from both sides. Leaves me here with negative 6y equals negative 3x plus 13. Divide everything by negative 6. Divide everything by negative 6. Divide everything by negative 6. These are really lousy 6s, though, so you'll have to forgive me. Those are gone. Just got a y left. Negative 3 over negative 6, that's like positive half, right? X. And then this, negative 13 over, so that's just negative 13/6. Remember, fractions are fine. We can leave them that way. Probably if we wanted to do a slope-intercept and actually graph the intercept, we'd probably want to know decimally just so we could approximate where that is, a little more than 2. And so wouldn't that be ideal in that case for for that sort of thing. So slope intercept, from changing from standard form to slope intercept, trick, get y by itself. It's not really a trick, it's just a strategy. It's just what we need to do, because we need to get y equals mx plus b all by itself. So we need that y all by itself. Anything hanging around, we get rid of. There you have it. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Hope any of you learned something. Hope all your dreams come true today. So if you have any questions, please let me know tomorrow. We'll practice with it. Thanks for watching. See you then.